I never thought that my time in the Army would prepare me to make millions, but it did. And so if you are like me and you felt like your career, your background, and even your struggles, it didn't match where you're trying to go, let me tell you, everything that you've been through, right, it has prepared you for your next level. And so today I'm going to share with you my journey from serving in the military to becoming a multi-millionaire business owner. And by the end of this video, you'll see exactly how you can take your experience and turn it into the life that you truly want. So if you're serious about creating financial freedom and living life on your terms, hit the button and drop next level in the comments. All right, so my background, guys, it's like many of you, right? I'm from a small town in Arkansas, and I grew up with my grandparents and my parents. My grandparents were very, very important to me in shaping who I am. But my parents, they, unlike most parents, they had their own struggles, but they were amazing parents. My father was in the military. He was in the Army. He served in Vietnam. And my mom was a teenage mother, right? And she was trying to figure it out. But luckily for me, I grew up with parents that instilled in me hard work, dedication, do unto others as you would have them do unto you, all of the good stuff, right? So the core values that they instilled in me has lived beyond and continue to live beyond. And I also have taught my children how to be a good person and understanding how to work smart, and how to just treat people in general. But again, as I grew up, I watched my parents and my grandparents. I watched their resilience in action, and I also saw their struggles and the stresses. And more importantly, I saw their survival mode. And hopefully, if you're listening and you are in a place that's similar to mine, or you're also just trying to figure it out, much of what I'm saying is probably going to resonate with you. But I learned early, guys, in life that life wasn't going to be easy. And I know a lot of people be like, oh my God, life is not fair. Sometimes life is not fair, all right? But, life is not going to be easy. And if you want something, what I was taught is that you had to work for it. But even with that mindset, I didn't always see the big picture, right? I didn't know how to create the life that I wanted. But I always knew that I wanted to figure it out, and I knew that I would, right? And so sometimes, guys, when we think of success, we think that success is just about working hard. All right, but working hard, I'm here to tell you, because I saw my grandparents do it. Working hard without the right strategy, it will only lead to burnout. So my military experience, right, it taught me a lot about working hard. But more importantly, the story goes, when I joined the military, I was an ordnance officer. So I went to the university and I was commissioned as a second lieutenant, all right, as an ordnance officer. I went to Fort Benning and I jumped out of airplanes. I was so hood back then. It was so funny, right? But what I discovered is that the experiences that I had in the military, they were life-changing because it taught me three things. 3 things that would later make me a very successful entrepreneur. All right. The first thing that the military taught me was it taught me discipline and structure. All right. Business success isn't about luck. All right. It's about systems, structure, and execution. In my family, they called me the executor, right? Because I love project management, and I think that's my superpower, is that I'm able to what? Execute on a solid, reasonable, well thought out proposal. All right. So the military also taught me, guys, it taught me resilience, and it taught me resilience under pressure. All right. So under pressure, are you able to be resilient? All right. But in the military, guys, you don't quit when things get tough, right? You adapt, you strategize, and you execute. And that's what business is all about. The military also taught me leadership and teamwork. You don't win in this life alone. In the military, we rely on the team. In business, you need the right people around you. And you guys hear me talking about we're better together, right? You hear me talking about every day how important it is for you to network. All right. But even with all of that training, when I transitioned out of the military, I found myself asking, what now? So like many veterans and professionals, I stepped out into the civilian world and quickly realized that the job market, it wasn't for me. So I know you guys can relate to this. Some folks be like, I don't want a job, right? I don't want a job. But I knew also I had leadership skills and I knew I was capable, but I was still feeling stuck in a cycle of trading my time for money. But I wanted more. I wanted more money, more freedom, more impact. But for a while, I was afraid to take the leap into business. All right. Why? Why was I afraid? And we understand fear is false evidence appearing real. We understand that. But I was afraid for a slight moment. I'm going to say moment. Because I didn't know where to start. And I didn't know if I had what it takes. All right. I didn't know if I had what it would take in order for me to be successful. But one day I had a realization, and I had been following other people's plan my whole life. The military had a plan for me. Corporate America had a plan for me. But what about my plan? What about my plan? All right. And so most women over 40, they're stuck in a job or a business that they don't like, and it doesn't serve them because what? They're following someone else's blueprint. And, I submit to you that it's time for you to build your own. All right. And so what I did is I actually discovered how I could make millions of dollars in my business. Right. And so I discovered government contracting. And so you guys know that I trademarked Live Your Best Life Doing What You Love probably 7 years ago, right? 7 years ago. And I love government contracting. But what I discovered, right, is I realized that the U.S. government, they spend trillions of dollars every year, all right? And that they needed people like me. People with an expertise, people with leadership, people with problem-solving skills. So I started my journey by learning the system, winning contracts, and building a business that allowed me to create consistent revenue. No more waiting for clients to say yes. No more unpredictable income. And most importantly, no more limits on what I could earn. All right. So if you guys want financial freedom, you have to what? Stop relying on one income source and start positioning yourself for opportunities that what? Pay big. All right. So why does this even matter? Why does this even matter? And I want you guys to stay with me. Stay with me to the end, right? Because we're going somewhere. All right. I only have shared my story with you because I know that there's so many women and men over 40, all right, stuck in a career or business that don't give them financial security and or freedom that they what truly desire, right? And here's the truth. Here is the truth. You already have the skills that you need. All right. You just need a strategy. All right. And so what do I want you guys to do next? All right. I want you to stop thinking small. I want you to understand that your experience is valuable and you can make money, what? Doing what you love, right? You can learn how to leverage your skills for bigger opportunities, for government contracting, for business scaling, and systems, all right, will what? Help you to change everything, all right? And so I want you guys, all right, so if you're still with me, and I thank you if you're still with me, I want you guys to join our community that what? Supports growth. Success happens faster when you surround yourself by people that are moving forward. All right. So if you are ready to break free from limits and finally build a business that pays you what you are worth, join our community because I teach men and women how to take their skills and build systems and to create 6 and 7-figure businesses. All right, guys. So I'm your girl, Dr. Melissa J. Williams. Live your best life doing what you love. All right. You only have one life. All right. So I want you to what? Stay healthy, happy, and God bless. I will see you guys in the next video.